Hi guys, welcome back. So now we are going to discuss about database setup with our project. Actually, we are trying to integrate database into our project, all right? So as of now, so we are just using the H2 memory database, right? So what is H2 memory database? System memory data is nothing but actually whenever you are running your application, right? So once you are running the application, it will start keeping some memory for your database. Okay. So whenever you are creating users or you are creating the task, whatever it may be, it will store all the values in the relational database structure format values. It will store in the memory. It will not store in the disk. Okay, basically we need to store in the some disk, right? But it will not store in the disk. It will store in the memory. So it is very quickly accessible. Actually, if it is in memory, it is very quickly accessible. Okay, so H2 memory database is helping us to do the just memory storage. Okay, so once you restart the system, or if you are restarting something, what will happen is that it will erase all the memory and it will come actually. So maybe once you restart the server, whatever user you register or whatever task you created, everything will get removed. Okay, so to avoid that, this may be okay until POC state, right? So you are going to develop on POC, so that time it's fine actually. So HTML memory database is fine. But when you are developing a real project and when you want to deploy into your environments like development environment, test environment, QA environment, or even prod, we cannot go with this, right? So we need a structured database, right? Structured query language maintaining database. So you can use anything actually. If you want, you can use Oracle or MySQL, whatever it may be. So a lot of databases Camunda is supporting. I hope you remember in the last session we discussed, right? So how to set up that actually? So okay. So we are just downloading from Camunda initializer. So we are going with the memory database. Okay, now I want to go with the real database because I'm going to prod with my application. What needs to be done? It is very simple step. Okay, so nothing you need to worry about it. Just directly go to Google. Okay, so just type it Camunda database schema. Okay, so they are having a nice documentation. Okay, if you read this documentation you will get nice idea. Okay, so still I'm go through in the exact place actually. If you want, you can liquibase, you can install it, and based on that you can using the liquibase you can create the database and whatever it may be. But even I am going with the manual steps, actually manual installation. Okay, so first of what you need to do, I hope you already installed the MySQL, right? So in the last database itself, in the requirement class video itself, we told to install how to install all the steps I explained in the before video itself. Just go through that. Okay. So just you need to install the MySQL. Once you open MySQL, your screen will be looks like, right? So what you need to do, you need to create a separate database for you. Okay, so these are a list of databases, which is couple of databases already available in MySQL itself. Okay, so now you need to create a database. So for that, what you need to do, create database name. I just gave the database name as Camunda. So I already done it. Okay, so once you create it out, you just execute this query. So using this is the simple. Okay, this is a symbol where you can execute it, or you can go with the F9 keyword as well. Okay, just run this. Okay, just click this and it will create the database for you. Then once you create the database, you need to use the database, right? So just give use Camunda. So you are using the Camunda database. You can give any name instead of Camunda, whatever name you, maybe you are going to develop an application called like a college management. Just give it college management. That's fine. Obviously fine. Okay, completely okay. So you can give your own name and give use database name. Okay, this is the syntax. If you know the database, you know that. Okay, after that, this is the first step you need to do it out. Okay, so the database is ready. After that, you need to create the whatever the tables and index, whatever it may be, is available with the counter, right? So what you need to do, just go to the just search with the database schema, right? What you can do is that you can simply go this manual installation, click this nexus. Okay, it will open into camunda.jfrog.io. So that URL it will redirect. Okay, so after that, as we are using 7.16, right? Just go here. This is the place. Just go here. Just this zip file. We want the Camunda SQL scripts zip file, right? Just click this. Okay, it will download the SQL script for you. Okay, after downloading, okay, just try to extract this zip. Let me open this. Okay, it's downloaded. Let me open this. I'm just extracting here itself. Okay, it may take a couple of seconds. Once the extraction is completed, just open that. Okay, mine is completed. Just open that. Okay, so see, this is the create. So if you open the create, you can see that. So they are giving lot of stuff like what is that, cockroach db and db2, h2, mariadb, mssql, mysql. We need a mysql. So just open this file, the mysql engine, and just open this file, open with some. Okay, directly I'm open with the MySQL. Okay, so it will directly open here. Okay, so it is opened here. Okay, so what you can see here, right? So all that, just control all. Okay, control A, and try to run all that query. Okay, maybe if you copy paste some new schema. Okay, sorry, this is the place. Okay, so you can just copy paste whatever is already open, right? The copy paste the whole thing. Okay, so you can remove even the create database query also, because you already executed, right? The once you executed, you can remove also. Okay, just copy paste the whole thing, control all, then again you click this one. It will create all the table and index. See, all that tables, index, everything it will create it for you. Okay, once you created, then go back to that particular folder, MySQL identity. Just go there as well. Open that. Okay, this is the MySQL identity. Just again copy this all the tables, whatever, alter whatever it may be. Just copy the whole stuff. Okay, again paste it here the same way. Again control all and just run it. Okay, so it now you are ready with your database. So once you done that, maybe you just check it out. So all the tables you can able to see here or not. Maybe if you are while you are running, if you are getting any error, try to see that. Okay, you should not get any error. Actually make sure that, yes, I already tried that, everything is working perfectly. Okay, so once you done that, that step is fine. So now you have a database, and you have a, already we have a Java project, right? So we downloaded from the Camunda initializer, and we maybe you wrote some Camunda modeler or not actually, so that is fine. But you have the project as well as you have your database. Now what you need to do, the third step, you need to integrate these two stuffs, right? So to integrate, you need a couple of jars. Okay, so you need a couple of jars to integrate your Spring Boot application with the database. Okay, just go to pom.xml. Okay, so this is the, see, this is what the jar you can see earlier. You can just command it out this one, because this is a h2 database related them. As of now we don't want h2, we want a MySQL. So this is the three dependencies you need to add it out. One is MySQL connector, okay, and another one is Spring Boot starter JDBC, okay, and the third one is Spring Boot starter data JPA. Okay, so this is related to JPA, this is related to Spring Boot JDBC, and this is the MySQL connector. This is the three dependency you need to add it out. Okay, then the fourth step is, okay, you have to open your application.yaml file. Okay, you have to give this stuff. This is the Spring data source, the URL. So if you install while you are installing MySQL, you usually will give the what is the port and all the stuff. Make sure if you are already installed with the default port, it will be 3306. Okay, and my database name is Camunda. Maybe if you are creating any other name like we college management or school management or like some banks, whatever it may be, you can give that name. And username password, I just gave it root. Okay, the same thing. And if I as I'm using MySQL, this is the driver name for me. Actually MySQL, maybe if you are using Oracle or whatever maybe, so related to that driver name you just give it out. That's all. Okay, now you are ready with application as well as database. You just integrated, done. Okay, that's all. You no need to worry about anything else. After that you can directly run your application. Whatever you are doing in the front end, it will be stored in the database. Okay, so that's all. Okay, nothing else actually. So I'm just repeating very quickly all the steps. Okay, just go to first, as a first step you can just install the what is the database, and the second step you can just go to Camunda documentation, and it will redirect to this is the scripts. You can just download it and make sure whatever is related to your database, you can open the scripts and you can execute all the scripts. Okay, then go to your application, just change the pom.xml, whatever is dependencies required for MySQL, these are the dependencies required. Okay, and then you can change this is the Spring data source, you can change this. After that you can run your application. Okay, and it will store all the values in the directly in the database. Okay, maybe I can show you here, maybe if you want to see some user database or whatever maybe. Okay, so let me see that actually. One second. See, this is the user database, right? So let me check. So as of now we are having 3 users, right? So let me try to run the application. Okay, and let me add one more user, right? Okay, so just log in with my credentials, and to make sure our database is connection perfectly, I'm going into admin, create new user. Okay, so just giving user id as admin. Okay, admin. You can see here as of now database having these 3 values, right? So this is a table, user table. This is the 3 user IDs, the HR, manager, and below. Now I am creating user ID called admin. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm just creating new user. Okay, so it's got created new user admin. Okay, let me go into database, just refresh this query. See, you can see here, this is the admin. Whatever I input, I gave it, the password is stored in the SHA-512 format. Okay, see. Okay, so hope you can understand that, right? So now our application is perfectly connecting with the database. So whatever, if you are creating task or whatever it may be, it will reflect, it will store in the database, on the actual database. Okay, so even if you stop the server, if you are starting the server, you no need to worry about it. Okay, so all the data will be stored perfectly into the database. Okay, that's all. Hope you understand how to connect the database with your application. Thanks for watching.